Okay guys, Sony has managed to spark significant outrage in the gaming community. Many gamers have expressed their frustration online, and this backlash highlights a growing discontent within the gaming community over Sony's strategies, with some accusing the company of arrogance and monopolistic behavior. The frustration has only amplified by the lack of competition from Microsoft, which many believe has allowed Sony to push its pricing limits without much pushback. And looking at all this, it's just proven that Sony is taking advantage of its position in the market. Alright, hold on. Let's back up a little. So basically, this outrage has been caused by Sony due to its new PlayStation 5 Pro pricing, and it's not good news at all. The PlayStation 5 Pro has been launched at a whopping $699, that is somewhere around 65,000 rupees. And just by looking at the price, you know that it's too expensive for a gaming console. But I'm gonna give you more reasons on why it's not even worth considering to buy that console. And let's get a little preview on the hardware that's packed inside the PS5 Pro. The PS5 Pro now has 67% more computing units than the original PS5 and 28% faster memory. And this results to a 45% faster rendering of gameplay at the best than the OG PS5. They've now also upgraded the ray tracing technology to a more advanced version than the original one. And according to Mark Cerny, the lead architect for the PS5 Pro, he claims that the ray tracing technology is double or even triple the ray tracing in the original PS5. They have now added an AI-driven upscaling model, which is the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, also known as PSSR. This basically works like Nvidia's DLSS technology, which basically upscales the picture quality by analyzing each and every pixel in the frame, which results to an overall better picture quality. Nvidia's DLSS works like a wonder, and definitely it is made a lot more smoother and enjoyable. And I'm sure that Sony's PSSR will also work the exact same way, making the overall experience better. The PS5 Pro still has the same CPU, and now it also has 2TB of SSD instead of just a 1TB we see on the PS5 Slim. And it also supports Wi-Fi 7 as well, so that's a good thing. On the whole, this means that you're finally gonna be able to play all the games at 4K 60 FPS, which should have been the case with the original PS5. It basically lets us to play games at fidelity mode at 60 frames, which is a good thing, and that we don't have to decide whether to choose between fidelity or performance mode. And during this presentation, Mark Cerny also brought in a wild statistic, which is that 2 out of 3 players choose performance mode over fidelity mode. And I'm sure that's true because I do the same as well. I prefer to score the gameplay at 60 frames than a choppy high-resolution gameplay at 30 frames. We all know that there is some minute input lag as well in the fidelity mode. So obviously, we're gonna choose the performance mode over the fidelity mode. And that's because of the limitation that the PS5 has put us in. And now they're coming up with this feature to show that it is truly the next gen, whereas it should have been there in the OG PS5. Because that 4K 60 FPS gameplay that they showcased at the PS5 launch was the main thing that made the PS5 a true next-gen console. Somehow, things took a turn and we all accepted it. Now there is a game boost mode in the PS5 Pro, which at the time of launch will be supporting a game library of 8,500 games, both PS5 and PS4, to support this kind of power. And some of the big games are gonna have free software updates to match the PS5 Pro's performance. And also, there will be some supported PS4 games which will be played at a better resolution. Okay, so this is what the PS5 Pro is all about. And all this is good, no doubt about it. But honestly, these changes or upgrades are not worth the price that Sony is asking. Especially when you have an OG PS5 or the PS5 Slim. It makes no sense to upgrade to the Pro. They don't justify the extra $250 cost that you have to pay compared to the regular PS5. And come on Sony, there is no visual difference as well, except that it has 3 vents on each side of it. And it really doesn't look that different either. Plus, they're gonna ship the same DualSense controller as the OG PS5, so no upgrades on that front as well. And guess what? The PS5 Pro not just costs $700, but it's gonna cost more, and that's because it is a digital console only, and we have to purchase an additional disc drive, which costs another $70 or something, and a vertical stand for another $25. Oh yeah, they're making us buy that little piece of plastic separately, and it's not going to be included in the box. So this totals to a whopping $800. And guess what? That's before tax. So you might have to end up paying around $850 to $860 depending on where you stay. Translating, it's roughly around 85,000 rupees of your hard-earned money. And that's horrendous. See, I understand that this console is targeted towards a specific audience. The invested gamers who want the best out of their system since they spend so much time and money on it. And that reason makes sense, but the price doesn't. And considering the casual gamers, this is definitely a horrible move. This console is definitely not worth that asking price. And this is a pure blatant cash grab opportunity for Sony. Maybe the scenario would be a little different if Sony had included these components in the box. But nope, they're stripping away these essentials to make us spend more to have the proper experience that we all deserve. And adding to this, the increasing cost of the PlayStation Plus subscription and accessories, they are basically ripping our wallets. And they did showcase some of the already existing games to show the difference between the OG PS5 and the PS5 Pro. Take a look at this before we talk about it. Now, tell me, doesn't this look like one of those images where it says, corporate asked to spot 10 differences between these two? Yeah, that's how small the changes look. But definitely, some of the detail fades away due to YouTube's compression as well, where the presentation was showcased. So we'll have to wait to get our hands on the demo and experience it before we even see the real differences. And honestly, my expectations are pretty low. And seriously guys, at this point, we're better off building a gaming PC, and especially at this price, we can build a really good gaming PC and get some solid performance out of it than what the PS5 Pro can do, which is like a mid-tier gaming PC. Anyway, these are the games that will get the patch to play with the PS5 Pro's performance, and they are Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon's Souls, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, The Crew Motorfest, The First Descendant, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and more. Yeah, I know, these games are already released on the PS5, and that's the main problem. Like maybe they should have come up with some new exclusive title to spice up the event a little, maybe to excite the gamers a little, but no. It's showcased with the already existing games that we all play on the PS5. So that's not really good either. The console will be launching for sale on the 7th of November this year, and pre-orders start from the 26th of September. My honest opinion would be to wait until the console's out and reviews start pouring in before we even think of buying the console, which means don't pre-order and wait guys. That's it from me. Let me know in the comments on whether you like the PS5 Pro or not, and that whether you'll upgrade to it. I will definitely keep you guys updated on what's happening with the PS5 Pro. But until then, please drop a like and subscribe to this video for more such content. Stay safe and peace out guys.